action. Hey, Ryan, Mike Duty, Century 21. How are
Hey
you?
Mike, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me come over. I'm going to take a quick look around the house or your condo, and I want to look at it as through the eyes of the buyer. I'm going to meet you at the kitchen table here.
Sure.
Great. Ryan, I wrote down three really important questions I'd like to ask you, okay? First off, do you absolutely have to sell this condo?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, fantastic. Will you price this condo to sell?
Yeah, I don't want to hold on to it, so I want to get rid of it.
Do you want me to handle the sale for you?
We'll figure that out, Mike.
I'll figure that out? Okay, great. What I did here, Ryan, is I just want you to know there's only going to be three things that's going to happen here, okay? One of these three things will happen. One is you're going to have the opportunity to list your condo with me.
Okay.
Two, you'll decide not to list your condo with me. Or three, we'll come to a conclusion that I simply just can't help you, and I'll decide not to take your listing.
Okay.
Any one of these three things is fine with me.
Fair enough.
So let's take a few moments and quickly look at the questions I asked you before I came over.
Sure.
You said you were moving to North Carolina.
Right.
You said you had to be there by February.
Yep.
You'd like to price your two-bedroom condo at $80,000.
Yeah, preferably.
Okay. And you said you owed nothing on it. Is that right?
Yeah, we pay cash for it.
Perfect. You said you were moving there because of your family?
Yeah, I have a new granddaughter. Just got born over there.
Okay, great. And you said if this condo didn't sell, you'd have to, keep renting it and pay the HOA fees?
Yeah, I don't want that.
And you don't want to do that. So were you planning on selling it yourself?
No, I need to get it sold fast.
And you did want to get your money out of this, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So right now, really, there's only two issues we have to look at. Number one is your motivation to sell this condo. And number two is the price we set to sell this condo.
Okay.
It's important that you understand there's only two issues in real estate today. Are we clear on that? Those are the only two issues, motivation and the price we set.
Okay.
I prepared what we call a comparative market analysis. There are two parts to this research. Part one is what we call fantasy land. This is what homeowners list their properties for. And part two we call reality. And that's what real estate agents like myself list and sell properties for. We're going to have to decide right now where you want to spend your time.
Well, let's bring reality.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
The purpose of this comparative market analysis, or the CMA, is to determine the value of your condo in the eyes of the buyer. Do you know how a buyer determines value?
They come view the property and they come up with a number.
Pretty much. It's very similar to that. A buyer determines value by looking at the price of your condo based on the features and benefits, and then they compare it to other condos with similar features and benefits that have sold. So, and are currently listed for sale. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah, I get that.
An example would be there's two cars. Okay, there's a brand new car for $20,000 that has all the features you'd want: leather seats, heated, this and that, stereos, rims. And then there's another car for $15,000. Same car, just has less features. And which one would have more value? The one with $20,000 and all the features and benefits, or the one for $15,000 with less features and benefits but can be added later?
Oh, I would take the cheaper one and put it in myself.
Exactly. You probably save a little bit of money if you did it yourself. Because the car with the features and all that stuff would probably be a little too pricey.
Yeah, not a fan of leather either.
Yeah, so you get an idea what I'm trying to say. Like, unless you plan on adding more features and benefits to your property, do you?
No.
Then really it's going to have to come down to a buyer's going to look at the price of your property compared to another one. So you can see if you put granite countertops in here and you did a few things, that would increase the value, but you don't plan on doing that. Okay?
No, unless I have to.
Or you could lower the price and you could bring in more demand, right? So let's get right to it. This is what we're going to talk about. About the CMA. Right here, we have our actives.
Okay.
And right here, we have our solds. Okay. The DOM is for days on the market. And this one here is sold. And how much did this two-bedroom here sell for?
Looks like 68,000.
How many days on the market?
100.
And what about this one here?
67,000.
How many days on the market?
120.
All right. Now that's your sold. This is what buyers are looking at, is what they sold for. Now I want you to see what they're also looking at. This is your competition. What is that one asking?
77,000.
And how many days on the market?
105.
And this one here?
76,000.
How many days?
94.
All right, so you can see you want about $80,000.
Yeah.
These two here, if you listed yours at $80,000 right now, you'd probably be helping these two properties sell. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
And, you know, after seeing how long they're on the market, you know, you want to be in North Carolina by February, into February, right?
Yeah, preferably.
So what price do you feel we should use to create value in the eyes of the buyer and get someone to decide to buy your home versus the competition?
You know what? I wouldn't mind starting at 80 because I really want to get 80 out of it. I mean, if it doesn't sell, we can reduce. But I think 80 is a good number.
80, huh?
Yeah.
So now that you see these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of $74.9.
Okay.
Ryan, will you list your property for that price?
I really like to get 80 out of it.
Okay, you like to get 80 out of it. And that's understandable. But let me ask you, Ryan, you know, what makes you feel like your property is worth, you know, $13,000, $14,000 more than your competition?
Well, I just know we paid for it. We're already taking a loss. So I just want to get most of my money back.
What's that?
Said we're already taking a loss. We paid $120,000 cash.
Well, I understand, but you had a plan then, and plans change.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ryan, I know you did some upgrades, right?
Yeah.
What did you do to the place?
Yeah, we put in countertops. They're not granite, but they're nice. Stainless steel appliances.
Now, did you do those things for yourself, or did you get some use out of them, or did you do it to sell the property?
We bought it because we enjoyed them. You know, we like that look. We figure everybody else does, but.
So, Ryan, in today's marketplace, it simply means you brought the condo up to selling standards, right?
I guess you could say that.
All homes need a countertop. All homes need floors. All condos have these things. So, there's some newer buildings down the street that have all this in more. So, let me ask you, if a buyer wants to buy your condo, but they plan to get rid of those countertops because they want a different color, and the moment they buy your condo, how much is those counters worth to them?
I mean, if they're not going to replace them, I guess nothing.
Exactly. So, you know, did you enjoy everything you did?
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
And if you were purchasing a condo and there were two similar condos for sale, one for $80,000 and one for $76,000, which one would you buy?
The $76,000 is cheaper.
Right. Exactly. And you'd want the extra money to do what you wanted to the condo, right?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think most buyers feel just like you?
I imagine so.
Of course they do. And that's why I'm going to recommend a price. You want to sell this by February, right?
Yeah.
Be sold. I'm going to recommend a price of $74.9. Based on what we know, do you want me to list your condo for that price? Based on what we know.
Yeah, I understand it would sell the fastest, being the cheapest. I think that's a good idea.
Great. I'm going to give you my pen here, which is right there. You had to sign this, and just give me a copy of the key, and you can call my assistant Ryan, or Brian, who that should be called, and he'll take care of some of the paperwork for you.
You got it, Mike. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.